Ah, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Monday Show. My name is Nice Peter, and I'm glad that you're here. Can we talk about that Lego introduction real quick? I've been using it for the past few weeks. It was actually made for me by the same dude on YouTube who made the Duck song, which is like an all-time classic YouTube video. He's got a great channel, he makes great content, and you can check it out if you want. There's a link in the thingamajiggy. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a nice little relaxing Sunday, and I did what I love to do on a Sunday, which is go to some garage sales and pick up a lot of weird random stuff. Let's show it to you, shall we? Okay. First off, I got this sweet sword for $5. This is a pretty good $5 sword. I don't have any other swords, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but it's got a good satisfying chink. I feel like I could, you know, really, hey, watch out. I've got a sword. I also got this super sweet marshmallow shooter gun. It's like a marshmallow blow dart gun where I couldn't find any marshmallows, but you load marshmallows and the strange thing about this is if on the side, I don't know if you can see that, but it says Elf Rape on it, which is like the weirdest. I thought I was reading it wrong. It was like Elf Rappy. I don't know if that's the guy's name. Maybe it is. Maybe his name is Elf Rappy, and it just happens to look like Elf Rape. Any way you slice it, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever been a part of. It's a pink marshmallow shooter blow dart gun with the word Elf Rape on it, scratched in. I don't know. That's why garage sales are magical. Next up, I got this sweet clock, and it looks like a Mickey Mouse clock. It's not really nearly as cool as the sword or the Elf Rape blow dart gun, but I don't know. It's chunky, and it reminds me of Mickey Mouse, and it's gonna tell me what time it is, so I still like it. And finally, probably the coolest thing I've ever picked up at a thrift store, ladies and gentlemen, Serpicus, the Guardian of Knowledge. It's a giant cat cougar statue thing that I got for $6 that I have no idea what this is, but I decided to take it home and put it on top of an encyclopedia, and I named him Serpicus, the Guardian of Knowledge. And, well, he's gonna be my friend for a while, and I hope he's your friend too. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen. If you don't go to thrift stores or garage sales, I highly suggest it. It's a really cool way to take $10 and turn it into magical treasures, like a giant cat piggy bank or a sword or Elf Rape. This brings me to a new segment here on the Monday Show. I don't normally talk about the news, but I did see one item that makes me want to start a news segment. So I'd like to start a new segment here on the Monday Show called Chicken News, where I just find an item of news, or you can send in an item of news, or you can tweet me an item of news about chickens. It could either be about chickens, or have the word chicken in it, or be somehow related to chickens. So ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present this inaugural edition of Chicken News. Chicken News! I saw this thing on Google News about how people are buying lollipops infected with chicken pox and giving them to their kids. So their kids get chicken pox when they're kids instead of getting it when they're adults, which I guess can be more dangerous. I've never heard of anything more insane than buying a lollipop and be like, here you go, kid, here's a lollipop. Psych! You got chicken pox, fool! That just seems like the cruelest, weirdest, meanest thing ever. What's next? Like a malaria fudgesicle? This is a terrible trend. I hope if you're out there and you have children, you're not giving them chicken pox lollipops. And if you're a kid and somebody tries to give you a lollipop, watch out. I'm gonna have some chicken pox on it. You don't want that. Tell you what I do if somebody tried to give me a lollipop with chicken pox, I'd be like, oh, take my food! So that concludes this week's edition of Chicken News. If you find an item of chicken news that we should include next week, feel free to leave it in the comments, or you can send me a tweet, or you can just know about it. Be like, oh, that'd be a great piece of chicken news, but I'm not gonna do anything about it, because I don't want to. I have something very exciting in my hand that is a script for an episode of The Annoying Orange, which I'm gonna be in, which is really exciting and a super great honor for me. I'm gonna rap. I'll tell you more about that when it comes out, but I'm super stoked about it. I just want to tell you because, I don't know, cool things happen and I want to tell you about them. Moving on, it's time to reach inside of a mailbox and see what kind of crazy things we can pull out in this week's edition of Viewer Mail. Viewer Mail. Let's see what we got today in the Viewer Mail. This first piece of Viewer Mail comes to us from Seth in Georgetown, Texas. Hello, Seth. It says on the back, I like ERB. I do as well. We've got some big, exciting things happening in Epic Rap Battle land. Seth writes, hey, Nice Peter, I have some suggestions for ERB. Let's hear him, Seth. Donkey Kong versus King Kong. Epic Gorilla Battle. Batman versus Superman. Epic Superhero Battle. Paul Bunyan versus Tiny Tim. Right on. Seth goes on to write, You are a really funny man that has me exploding with laughter. I hope you try some of my suggestions. I like your picture songs too, and my mom would like you to make an ERB with no bad words. Well, Seth, I can tell you that I am using 2 of the characters from one of your suggestions in a rap battle coming up that has no bad words in it, so you can tell your mom that. Also tell her not to give you any chickenpox lollipops, otherwise you'll cut her with a sword. This piece of viewer mail comes to us from Fernando. Hello, Fernando. Nice to have you on the show. Fernando has done a lovely drawing. And he's also included Pokemon cards, which is a, he's made me a Pokemon card. He's made me 2 nice Peter Pokemon cards. No, wait, this one's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and this one's a Pokemon card. So I feel like I'm straddling 2 universes of awesomeness. Fernando has included a letter with a drawing that makes me very happy because it's got a picture of Master Chief firing what looks to be a wiener dog. And I don't know, that just amuses me. Thank you very much, Fernando, for your letter and your awesome cards. I will display these proudly wherever I go. This comes to us from Maxine in Malvern, Arizona. Malvern, from somewhere in Arizona. Maxine writes, Dear Nice Peter, hi, you're really awesome. Well, thanks, you're really awesome too. I'm not really into the rap battles, thingamajigs, but the Monday whatchamacallings and the music things are awesome. Well, that's cool. I appreciate that. By the way, I don't have a Twitter, so I'll just ask you this in my letter. If you were living in the ocean as another animal, which one would you be? That's a very good question. I think I'd like to be a seahorse, because they seem like they have pretty chill lives. They just kind of like... I think I'd like to be a seahorse. I got a very cool package from a gentleman named Nick, and he writes, Hi, my name is Nick, and I have a very large hat store. So he sent me and Lloyd some hats. Wow! This one's awesome because it makes me feel like Michael Jackson from the Moonwalker music video. For our final piece of viewer mail, and by the way, every piece of viewer mail that comes in gets opened, gets loved, gets hugged, gets squeezed. Only a few are able to make it to the show. If you sent a piece of viewer mail and you're wondering, did I get it? Yes, I did. Did I read it? Yes, I did. And did I appreciate it? Of course I did. But this is the final one. It comes to us from a lady named Zoe Smith in Springfield, Ohio. Now it's sealed up pretty good, so of course, I'm gonna use my sword to open it. I'll tell you, nothing makes you feel cooler than opening a package with a sword. The first thing I see is a script to a movie. And it says it's a script to a movie I wrote when I was like 10, which is awesome. You wrote a movie when you were 10? That's incredible. Whoa! There's so much cool stuff in here, I don't even know what to say. But I guess I'll read the letter. So I've been watching your videos for a while now. My birthday is on Halloween, and this year Halloween falls on a Monday. So I wanted to write you this letter to see if you could sing me happy birthday on your next Monday show. Zoe, I'm sorry I missed you on Halloween, but yes, you sent a very epic package, so I'm going to sing you happy birthday, and I like your mustache thing, and I think it's only fitting if I do it with this pimp hat on. Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Zoe! Happy birthday to you! I feel a little ridiculous in this pimp hat. That concludes viewer mail for this week, and that concludes the Monday show for this week. On behalf of myself, and this clock, and this Tootsie Roll, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Monday.